guys are out of control today. You're already out of control today. Who's gonna take responsibility for Comet Balls? Who's taking responsibility for him today? I would like you. She's still braiding her gooch hair. I fucking hate you people. I hate how funny that is. I hate how I didn't know what I needed on a Monday afternoon, Monday morning. It depends on where you are in daylight savings. But I needed that. She's braiding her gooch hair. It's so funny as I put this outfit on, thank God my camera is actually not super duper insanely high quality. But as I put this romper on, I was like, oh yeah, if you were to zoom in, microscopically close, if you were to like really zoom in here, you could see a pube. You could see a pube. There's pubes to be seen. There's pubes to be seen. There's more to see. Oh, sorry, yeah. I made it super funky the other day. You know how I like it? I like it funky and junky. So that you guys can get crunky. Do you guys remember getting crunk? Are you all much too young for that? How old is everybody? Well, anybody who's here I'm assuming you're within, like, hours of being dead. Not good choices. You're not firing on all healthy cylinders if you're here already. Oh, but these beats are so swanky as hell. Yeah, they are. I gave us funky, relaxed music today. Every once in a while, I try to be a funky and relaxed person. I'm not always. I'm sick today. So I'm so sorry that my energy is just not how it's supposed to be. You guys, that guy called it on Friday. This dude came in and he was like, I can tell that you're older. You look older. You look old to my eye. And I was like, whoa, it's so rude for you to say that. But he was right. He was absolutely right. Not that I obviously am older and that I was looking older, but it was noticeable on Friday because I didn't realize it until this weekend. But like my whole face and neck and shoulders are all swollen up. I had the first massage therapy appointment since I started physiotherapy. And we worked on the mother knot. And what I didn't realize is that when you release like generational trauma, when you release decades of tension, your body reacts in really nuts and crazy ways. So my posterior auricle, I think is the word, lymph node. If you go lymph nodes of the head, neck, face, there's two itty bitty lymph nodes that are right behind your ear, and they're called the post auricle, I think. Anyways, I was going to put my hair up in a ponytail this weekend. I was gonna go put my hair up in a ponytail this weekend, and as I put my hands behind my ears to like grab all of my hair, my left thumb felt, sorry, I just touched it right there. It hurts. Touched that lymph node, and it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. It hurts. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm glad that things are moving around. That's obviously good. I'm not glad that I feel, how would I describe my symptoms? Just like delicate and swollen. I can feel the inflammation in this part of my body. Oh God, but also the great part about this is that it's coming with a ton of release and a ton of relaxation. So normally when I would feel pain or sensation at all, I would be like, oh my God, this is gonna kill me. This painful sensation will kill me. Because painful sensations are a sign that you might be in danger. In danger of what? In danger of maybe dying. I don't know. There's danger about. I'm not here to calculate the exact potential of the danger. I'm just here to tell you that it's dangerous, and that's what macro data refinement is. Some of the numbers are dangerous. Some of the numbers are like some of the numbers are exciting. Anyways, I would love to talk about Severance. I would also love to talk about the beautiful warm weather. You guys, it's like 10 degrees outside today. It's so warm. I thought about canceling stream just so I could go frolic and play in the warm weather, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do my stream and then go frolic and play in the warm weather. Oh, because I deserve it. I hope that gets better soon. Oh, it's already so much better than it was this weekend. It's already so much better than it was this weekend. I feel like it was the absolute worst Saturday night, Sunday morning. Oh, yeah. And then I woke up this morning with like a much greater sense of, oh, this is what it is. And then I Googled some stuff. And then I was Googling things. Because I'll be honest with you, at first I thought it was like a pimple or an ingrown hair. I was like, I have this like terrible pimple or this like terrible ingrown hair or like something terrible going on behind my ear. It's awful. It's disgusting. I hate it. It's painful. And then I was like, oh, I know what pimples and ingrown hairs feel like. There's a reaction on the skin. There's a color. There's a texture to it. There's a feeling of it where you can like feel it. And then I was like, this is not that. This is not that. This is not from the skin in the pore reaching down into the follicle type deal. No, no, no. This is like something in here. Like something in the core of my body is like moving and shifting around. So I Googled this, and Google was really helpful. Wait. Is she actually just like showing people her knees for free? No, you guys are supposed to be gifting subs, you disgusting flatulent morons. Give me your goddamn money, you stinky morons. I don't know if that works unless I think that actually only works if I'm wearing like a thick leather corset and like big snazzy boots. I don't think this works. I don't think this works if I'm just like in a comfy little romper with my hair up in a silly little ponytail and like my soft boots. And my soft boots. I think that only works if I'm in like a different set of clothes, but that's okay. It's good that we tried it. Cysts can easily form behind the ears, and it kind of feels like a hard lump. Okay, let's shut the fuck up. Number 1, thank you. Number 2, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment that it could be a cyst. I also think that it could be that I have chronic tension in my jaw and I'm working through that because I don't know, I sort of like poured my heart and my soul into ChatGPT after I got dumped on New Year's Day, like a psychopath. I couldn't help myself. It's just, I had been in a relationship with this guy for about 10 years. And I was so naive and I was so gullible. I thought that what we were experiencing was star-crossed lovers Romeo and Juliet style. And it wasn't. I mean, I'm also speaking to a therapist, and I mean like a real psychotherapist who is like part of a real psychotherapy group, who is part of a company that has checks and balances in place. Those words feel dangerous and bad all of a sudden, even though I don't think the connotation of them, even in this sense, should make it feel that way, but I digress. I have also a massage therapist who is helping me with my body. I have a physiotherapist that I started seeing. And then I also pour a lot of my thoughts, my feelings into ChatGPT as like a sounding board. Mostly things like, I feel very angry that people in my past treated me this way. And then ChatGPT spits out things like, the anger that you're feeling is a sense of violation because you trusted this person and they've violated your trust. Like, this is why you're angry. You're angry because you are a person who trusts deeply. And whether that's true or not, who knows what ChatGPT is really saying to me. In general, there can be truth in, you know, if you roll dice and you ask the universe, come on, baby, I need a new pair of shoes. And then the universe says, no, you're not getting these new pair of shoes. You can draw a meaning from that. If you have my personality type, which is extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceptive, I'm the campaigner, Myers-Briggs personality type. You look for meaning in everything, especially in failure. Mostly because the idea that failure is just like an inevitable hardship that we all have to experience is so garbage to me. I'm like, no, failure should be Failure should be like an opportunity to grow and change and like develop as a person. It can also just be like a painful experience that you don't need to analyze or seek meaning out of. A big part of my mom's job was doing like advocacy work. She wasn't a lawyer, she wasn't a therapist. She was just the kind of person who was there for other people in like a really deep emotional way. My mother seemed like a saint to me growing up. The fact that she was so deeply there for these other people was so inspirational to me. It was really formative for how I viewed my own interactions with the world, where I was like, wow, being a good person is really emotionally connecting with people from all walks of life, people who are so different from you, people who are going through really individually intense things. So one of the things that she did once was, there was like, I think it was a civil trial. It wasn't like a full-on criminal case, because if it had been a full-on criminal case, I feel like we would have had to resist the urge to make Law and Order jokes a lot more than we did. And there was no urge to make Law and Order jokes, not only because of what was actually happening, but because I think it was just a civil case. But in this civil case, this woman was being sued because she had, oh my God, she had like attacked somebody who had come into her work and attacked her. And this person, for whatever reason, just like felt entitled to be like, I attacked you, but you should not have responded to my attack. You should have just passively accepted my attack. And the fact that you attacked back, like she responded offensively to being attacked instead of just defensively. And so she was being like sued in a civil case, I think. Oh my gosh. Oh my dog. Oh my dog. Sorry, it's so loud. I'm sorry. Val, you have to really, you gotta, I hear you, babe. I hear you. You have to put yourself in the kitchen because you're in timeout. Bad dog. No. 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 Go in the kitchen, please. Please go in the kitchen now. Now. Now go in the kitchen. Bad dog. Well, like, she went in, but, like, I don't know if I got the tone quite right. Sorry. Interesting. I never thought to use ChatGPT for therapy. It's not for therapy. It's not for therapy. It can be therapeutic when you're going through a breakup, especially with somebody who manipulated you and abused you in a narcissistic way. It can be therapeutic to scream all your thoughts and feelings into a safe place, like a sounding board, like a journal, like a trusted family member or friend. But the difficulty is that as we get older, we kind of expend the like family members and friends that we can pour all of these thoughts and feelings into, because they have their own, their energy is going to be depleted. And the reality is, narcissistic, abusive people use that fact on purpose. They use the fact that it does feel burdensome to go to your friend of over 10 years and be like, oh my God, he dumped me again. It was all the same stuff. I was so gullible. I like made all the wrong choices because I wanted to believe the best in this person. And for your friends, it's like, I've heard you say this 18 fucking times. I've had this conversation with you over years and years and years and years. And human beings get tired of having that conversation. It's normal, it's natural. And so the feeling that like, oh, I don't want to go to my friends and bother them with this problem is also very natural. But going to ChatGPT and dumping all of your thoughts and feelings into ChatGPT means that when you rehash and you get circular about your feelings, ChatGPT can actually, like in a really dispassionate, unfriendly way, be like, what you're feeling is this, you've brought this up several times, you seem really fixated on this. It's just a sounding board, and learning how to use a sounding board is really important because it's not the same thing as therapy. It's not the same thing as doing the work on yourself. It can be used as a tool to do the work on yourself, just like a treadmill. Just like a treadmill can be used to lose weight, but nobody would ever say the treadmill is what made me lose weight. It's like, no, what made you lose weight was your dedication, discipline, your fucking diet. The treadmill helped, absolutely, but the treadmill didn't make you lose weight. It's just a machine. I used to so deeply Oh, I used to trust so deeply, wasted a combined 5 years on people who didn't deserve my trust. Right? It's so funny. One of the greatest gifts of getting older, and I am getting older, like really getting older. One of the greatest gifts of getting older is that things like I wasted 5 years, I wasted 8 years, go from being like I wasted this time to being like, oh, thank God. It took me 5 years to learn that lesson. Some people never learn it in 50. That's insanely valuable. You did it so quickly, baby. You did it so fucking quickly. Do you remember how we got into this conversation? Because I wasted over 10 years of my life on a man who was narcissistically abusing me. And to be honest, he's not even a narcissistic abuser. I was literally just so passive and accepting of it. I encouraged all of his worst habits, and I made him the worst version of himself. And that's what I got when I was around him. I never held him to a higher standard. He never gave it to me. He saw himself slipping into like a real shithole of himself. And he was like, blech, get me out of here. I'm dumping this girl. And it hurt. Obviously, it fucking killed me on many levels. But that was because I was like letting myself die in the relationship. I was either going to let myself die in the relationship or be killed by him leaving me. And to be honest, like, yeah, I was being really... And so this is the thing, oh my God, now trying to get into new relationships, this crazy fucking dichotomy of being present. You gotta be present. You gotta be like in the moment with the person that's right there in front of you. But part of being present is also acknowledging that you got a lot of baggage. And that the baggage makes you really, really reactive to everything. Even good things. And paradoxically, sometimes even especially to the good things. Where good things will start coming your way and your body will go, no! Like sensation. You know how when you work out and then your body really hurts the next day? You know what? I get that actually hurts. It could also just be sensation. It could just be the sensation of all of your, like literally just feeling all of your muscles. And that's too overwhelming. And so your body goes, this is just pain then. Anything that's overwhelming is probably just pain. That's not true. But that is a necessary coping mechanism for a lot of us to be able to like get up in the morning, earn money. You're fucking kidding me. Yes. And then give me 5 gifted subs. Yes. Yes. My favorite part about this is that it's 5 gifted subs and it's his 100th gifted total in the entire channel. That's, you know, it's great. I feel like shit. But I draw meaning from the most benign, nonsensical things. And I'm like, look at how balanced. Look at how happy and balanced that is. That's just for me. That's pleasurable. That's just joyous just for me. That's split me open and pour it in, baby. I'm ready to receive. Huzzahs are in order. Oh my God. These usernames. I apologize if I read your username out loud and it makes you feel any kind of way. It might feel bad. It might actually feel bad for me to say your username. Or it might just feel like sensation, which sometimes your brain processes just as pain, especially if you've been raised in an environment that doesn't give you an innate sense of safety. I am Robot. I love I'm Robot because it's pronouncing it just like how Squidward pronounces it. The Robot. Oh my God, it's Hammy. It's Hammond, like the energy life force that we get from the sun. I'm feeling it. The sun's out. My guns are out. The Wicker Man bees. That's, you know what's weird? That's not even the best part of Wicker Man. I love that part of Wicker Man, and that was a great part of Wicker Man, but the bees aren't even the best part. The best part is when he goes on that fucking woman-beating rampage, and he just starts bodying all of these grandmas and aunties. It's the bear suit punch. You know what I mean? No, it's the one where he punches the woman, and then the camera goes to the perspective of basically his fist, and she flies backwards hard into the wall. It's an anime. It's an anime. It turns into an anime, which is why him screaming about like the beat Wicker Man, and the reason that the Lord gave us AI was to give us a Wicker Man anime. I will see you on the front page of Reddit, random viewer, after you dive on in to animating a Wicker Man anime trailer. Give me like a 3 to 5 minute Wicker Man anime trailer. Wicker Manime. A Wickmanime, if you will. That sounds tittyful. That's memories. That's the Wicker Mammary Manime. Oh, give Nicolas Cage breasts. Holy hell, it's been a long time since I've seen you, V, and you've changed so much. You look so well. Don't hop on here much. But I've seen you live, so I figured I'd just come say hi while I'm online. Hello, what's good? Hello, darlings. Yes, I've aged. I'm older now. I'm also very sick today, so I feel like my energy's really all over the place. I'm in pain. Abdullah. Actually, no, it's not Abdullah. Sorry, it's Abdul. Abdul, gift another 5 subs. I'm convalescing. And I need sustenance. Hand it over. Anyways, being sick doesn't feel good, but also getting it out of your system is probably for the best. I don't know. Yeah. Almost nice. 68 months. Oh my god, Dashing. Do you realize that next month is my birthday? Next month is my birthday month. I'm actually really excited for my birthday because this month I'm focusing on like relaxing and letting go of basically everything that I used to be. That's really painful because it leaves me with this huge empty void, and I'm trying, and the void is actually I think where my feelings are supposed to go. I need to disconnect from over intellectualizing all of my feelings and actually just really start feeling them. And so in April, I'm going to focus on feeling my feelings and developing a greater sense of myself. And this month I'm really focusing on just like relaxing, letting go, none of that stuff. Aries gang, rise up. I'm end of April. I'm the very end of April. Yeah. I celebrate my birthday all 7 last days of April. What did I tell you guys my birthday is? Did I pick the 29th? That sounds familiar. Sure, that's it. Yeah, it's the 29th, I guess. It's definitely not the 20th or the 25th or the 27th or the 30th. None of those numbers. It's definitely the 29th, I think, is what I picked. The very end of April. You're Taurus. I am. I'm a Taurus queen. And it makes perfect sense. I'm very much an earth sign. I'm a very, like, I love the ground. I love nature. I'm an earth sign. I'm intensely stubborn. I'm so intensely stubborn. I hate changing my mind. I hate being told that I'm wrong. Iron Bunny for a year. That sounds wild to me. That really? Is that the truth of it? Yes. I'm also a grazer. I don't love sitting. I mean, sometimes I do love sitting down and eating a big meal. There's a lot of things that are dependent on that. What's the environment? What time of year it is? Also, what time of day it is? So sometimes sitting down and eating a big meal feels like wonderful and excellent. But now we're getting into, oh, it makes me so happy to say this. We're getting into like spring, which is going to lead us into the warmer months. And then in those instances, I turn into a grazer. I turn into just like, no, I just want to eat like a little bit, like all throughout the day. I really, really don't want to have like 2 or 3 or 4 big meals throughout the day. I like that in the wintertime when it's cold. I like, as bizarrely as this sounds, kind of like you starve yourself a little bit throughout the day, and then when it's mealtime, you're just like, allow me to indulge. Eating all the food, I feel like heats up your body because you're like really indulging your senses, all of those fucking senses as you're eating. And then digesting the food is like, yeah, ride that high of like heating yourself up, let that like warm you from the inside out, your bones, everything. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then you slowly let yourself cool down and you starve yourself, and then you hibernate a little bit. Yes. Your pretty face makes any Monday wonderful. Yeah, especially now that it's not like so swollen up. It was very swollen on Friday. I felt like my face was very swollen on Friday. And I was right, because I noticed on Monday that I was like, yeah, it definitely was. You could feel it. I could feel it. I felt it. But it weren't my fault, you know? Sometimes your body just gotta let go of stuff. I'm so happy that it's warm and sunny today. It felt so good. It felt so fucking good to not have to put on a spacesuit. Wherever you live in the world, how many seasons do you have and how intense are they? You can just say the first number and then do a colon, and then the second number will be how intense the seasons are. The first number is how many seasons do you have? Oh, pardon me. Ugh. And then the second question, and then the second number can be in how intense are they? Because I live in Canada, so my ratio would be 4. And I would say that in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the intensity maximum should be 7 to 8 out of 10. It should be that. It should never be that extreme. Toronto, although is part of Canada, which does get a lot of extreme weather, Toronto has the lake effect, which means that it shouldn't be that extreme. And having all four. Ooh, so Vinny says 1 and perfect. We have 1 season and it's absolutely perfect. This is good for your nervous system. I understand why, like, there's a correlation to, like, people who live on, like, really beautiful, pristine Greek islands and, like, the longevity of their existence. They wake up every morning and they're actually so happy to be alive. And then it also makes a ton of fucking sense to me why, like, multiple sclerosis is so prevalent in young people in places like Canada, because getting through the long, dark, hard winter is... It's like a cheese grater on your fucking nervous system. And how many of those can you handle? The wonderful thing about being young and going through the seasons is that you're so young, time moves really fucking quickly. It's actually pretty nice. The difficulty is as you get older, the fun parts move quickly and then the bad parts slow down. We have 2 seasons in Toronto, hot and cold. No, that's not true, old friend jet lag. That's not true. And I would welcome you to envision the experience of yourself who loves all the weather in Toronto, because I am not a rare or precious individual, but I am somebody who loves all the weather in Toronto, no matter what it is. I can recognize that it is hard to love winter. It is hard to love it, but I will go out of my way to find reasons to fucking love it. And you should too, because it will give you that longevity of life where we can't all grow up and live on, like, beautiful, pristine Greek islands. None of us are that fucking lucky. And then the few of us that are that lucky aren't here in my chat living their lives vicariously through me. They're living their lives. So, ooh, tropical weather. Like a teenager's mood, it's like changing every fucking second. I hear ya. That's interesting. Like, between precipitation and sunny beautifulness. And then the temperature would fluctuate as well. So... the thing that I find the most difficult about winter is the sensitivity and the desensitivity. It's the overwhelming amount of sensation that winter gives me, and then also the invariable amount of desensitization that I must experience to experience winter. And so what I mean is you're wearing big, thick, heavy boots because there's ice and snow and puddles. Oh, are you on your lunch? Hi, lunch boy. Hello, my handsome lunch boy. So I have to desensitize myself to the experience of the winter weather to be able to experience it. I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, the cold doesn't bother me. I'm a thin white woman. I have a gigantic, thick, juicy ass. Thank you, Lord in heaven. And the devil below. You both had a hand in that. But I get cold. I get cold so easily. I really feel my fucking skin and it feels fucking cold. So boots, like heavy winter boots, I have to desensitize. And I also I need the distance. I usually wear my Doc Martens and they have like about a 2-inch sole, like a 2-inch platform. And the 2 inches above the earth is good. So I'm desensitizing myself from how close I am to the cold, but I'm also desensitizing myself from interacting with nature, which is brutal, which is absolutely fucking brutal. The only good thing about going outside is being able to interact with nature. It's the thing that distracts you from having to interact with humanity, which is a scary, unpredictable nightmare of goopy feelings and overreactions. It's just, I don't love humanity outside. I love nature outside. So I really want to focus on interacting with nature. But to be able to do that safely, I have to desensitize myself to nature, which is basically unbearable. The winter coat, the winter hat, the winter mittens, all of these things, I need them. I can't actually let myself go out into the dry, cold frigidness of winter. I'm a soft, wet woman. Tilden can tell you, I am a soft, wet woman, inside and out. Sorry, I'm just thinking about you licking your fingers for a second. Oh, that's good finger. That's finger licking good. Oh, it's so finger licking good. Fuck me, it's finger licking good. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving past it. I'm back in the moment. And the moment is that winter forces you to be desensitized, to experience it. And then it also just gives you so much sensation, wearing the winter coat, wearing the hat, wearing the scarf, wearing the gloves, wearing the boots, wearing the layer underneath. It's too much. It's actually too much sensation. And as you can see from what I just did right here, too much sensation really overwhelms me in a way that is like all encompassing in every single way. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm very active. And then that's the thing. The desensitization and the overstimulation of the senses creates this like tugging that does not allow me to feel relaxed when I'm outside. Because then on top of all of that, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put on the black scent. I don't know why I put on the black scent when I get emotionally activated. It's not appropriate, and I don't like it about myself. It's a habit that I'm trying to break. What the fuck, Pavement? What the fuck, Pavement? Pavement, I trusted you. I trusted you, Pavement, that you would be grippy, that you would be here for my feet, for the soul of my body and also of my feet. Embrace me, grippy Pavement. Come back to me, baby. I don't like it. I love it. I need the earth to like grip me too. You gotta sleep naked too. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. Yeah, but I also have a very wet pussy. So then I'm also like, maybe you should always be wearing underwear. I have a very wet pussy. She gushes. She's a gusher. And so I feel like I need to be wearing panties. But you know what? You know what's interesting? So I recently like did a full underwear rehaul because I got really fat. You guys noticed how my ass was so big. So big. Very thick, big ass. Which is great, but it also made all of my underwear very tight, uncomfortably tight. And so I was like, I can't wear any of this underwear. So I got all brand new underwear. I wasn't being particularly precious about where I got it from. I think I just ordered it online, literally in bulk. I was just like, let's find a nice color, let's find nice shapes, let's find nice textures that are just very comfortable right up against my ka-chang. Let's make my ka-chang, you know, ka-chang. And then that was good. I feel really good about that. But now I'm like, these are very basic underpants. And I'm starting to be able to feel every part of, you know, my body, including where my very basic and yet comfortable underpants are connecting with my body. But you're right. I deserve like nice sleeping underwear. Good sleeping panties. Yes, my sleeping panties. Here's the thing. I genuinely believe and I love and I find a lot of happiness in cultivating deep emotional connections with inanimate objects, personifying them, you know how Belle was in Beauty and the Beast? It makes perfect fucking sense. The truth is, it takes a village to raise a person. Belle in Beauty and the Beast wasn't just raised by her mother, who like taught her how to love reading and love books and all that, and inventing, and her father and that. It was also the village. And we see in Beauty and the Beast that Belle was really alienated and ostracized from the village. She didn't fit in. She didn't fit in with the other pretty girls. She didn't fit in with the other village people. She like didn't fit in really anywhere. And for people who have this innate sense that they don't fit in because they're supposed to be, I don't know, something that does fit in, that creates a really, really wild, intense, deep fracture of their own ability to feel safe in their bodies and then their own ability to sense safety in other people. And I recognize this in myself because I'm like, oh my God, I've absolutely been here for sure. And then Belle and Beauty and the Beast connected with all of the objects in the castle, not just because they were objects, but also because part of the curse is that it froze them all in time. It froze them exactly how they were. Those people in the castle were good people. Them being frozen in time isn't detrimental to anyone or anything. But the people in the castle needed to see how detrimental it is to even be frozen in a state of goodness, a state of supportiveness. the people in the castle needed the magic of Belle coming in and being different and showing them that the person who was allowed to change, the beast, he's the one who was like cursed, and he was the sort of like linchpin of this entire story. That if the beast is able to change, and if Belle is able to change, if Belle is able to feel relaxed because she's in an environment that does make her feel safe, she's surrounded by objects that aren't judging her, baseline objects that are not judging her, and she's with a wild animal that she slowly learns to trust over time. In reality, basically what I'm describing is therapy, and to a greater extent, animal therapy, like horse therapy, dolphin therapy. You meet this crazy wild looking animal that you're like, there's literally no fucking way on the planet that me and this hulking mass of unpredictable energy, consciousness, and intention are ever going to mesh together. And therapy is just like, you use your therapist like a tool. And it's not, I mean, like, there's like good ways of using tools and bad ways of using tools, but a therapist should be used like a tool, which is a tool that creates a sense of safety as you also go into feelings of danger, feelings of I'm uncomfortable, I'm angry, I hate this. And then you come back to it and you go, I was uncomfortable, I was angry, and I hated this. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about why that happened. Why was I uncomfortable? Why was I angry? Why was it terrible? And then we also see that in Beauty and the Beast as well. The Beast screams at Belle because she wants to get to know more about him. For her, she's like, well, I am entitled to information about you that you've kept hidden from me. She's wrong. She's just wrong. And the Beast reacts badly to her overstepping. Belle goes into the west wing of the castle, the only place in the castle that the Beast has told her she's never to enter. And there she sees portraits, broken furniture, and a beautiful rose, the most beautiful rose she's ever seen in her entire life, hidden under a dusty glass bell. She lifts the glass bell off of the beautiful rose. She leans in to experience it, to get closer, smell it, maybe even touch it. And then, rawr, there was the Beast! So when I was a professional Disney princess, I would tell the story of Beauty and the Beast. I would do this exact fucking thing. And I would do that with the book in my hand. And it was so fun because every single kid jumped back. And every single adult who wasn't paying attention also jumped and like spilled their fucking margaritas. And oh my gosh, it was so funny. And then I loved it. I was just like, wake up. Like, wake the fuck up. Yeah, rip headphone users for sure. What's great is that headphone users, headphones often have like a sort of cap for how loud it's. That was loud, but it's not like loud sustained. I'm not gonna like be screaming the whole time. This isn't me getting finger fucked into oblivion by Tilden. That'll be on my OnlyFans one day. One day. Hello, Toady. Oh, that was loud. It was very, very loud. I apologize. I'm sorry if it was too loud, but it was meant to be loud and scary. It was loud and scary in the movie. Don't you guys remember Beauty and the Beast? That part was loud and scary, you worthless fucking babies. Get ready to be a little bit scared, a little bit quelled by my bigness. So anyways, Belle leaves the castle. She runs away. The people in the castle are like, we're gonna die. Like, if this spell isn't broken, we'll literally just die. We can't stay like objects forever. You need to go get her. You need to fucking relax. And basically, the objects tell the Beast, you had a bad reaction to her making a bad choice. You both fucked up. Orgasm V is the loudest V. You know what's so fun to me? I have no memory of making any noises whatsoever. Like, you could hook me up to a polygraph and be like, true or false? You make these noises during sexual congress, and the answers would be wild. The answers would be wild. Oh, you guys, wait! I think I might be getting a package.